Good evening, TikTok. It's your local Crusader here, picking up where we left off in Genesis 32. So, Jacob prepares to meet Esau. So, early in the morning, Laban arose and kissed his sons and daughters and blessed them. Then Laban departed and returned to his place. So Jacob went on his way and saw the host of God encamped. When Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's encampment," and he called the name of the place Encampments. Then Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother in the land of Seir. Or Seir? Seir. Yeah. Okay, so Seir. The country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Speak thus to my lord Esau, and thus your servant Jacob says, I sojourned with Laban and stayed there until now. I have oxen, donkeys, sheep, and male and female servants, and I have sent to tell my lord that I may find grace in your sight." Then the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to your brother Esau, and he is also coming to meet you, and 400 men with him." So Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people with him and the oxen and sheep into two companies. Thus Jacob said, "If Esau comes to one company and destroys it, then the other company will escape." Again Jacob said, "O God, my father Abraham, God of my father Isaac, and the Lord who said to me, Return to the land of your nativity, and I will deal with you. Let me be satisfied with all the righteousness and all the truth you have shown your servant. For I crossed over this Jordan with my staff, and now I have become two companies. Deliver me from the hand of my brother Esau, for I am afraid of him, lest he come and attack me and the mother with the children. For you said, I will surely treat you well, and make your seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude." So he lodged there that same night, and took some of the things he had brought as a present for Esau his brother, 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 sheep and 20 rams, 30 milk camels, and with their offspring, 40 cows, 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, 10 fowls. And then he delivered them to the hand of his servant, each flock by itself, and said to his servant, "Go on before me, and put some distance between successive droves." And when he commanded the first one, saying, "When Esau my brother meets you, and asks you, saying, To whom do you belong, and where are you going? Whose are these going before you? Then you shall say, Your servant Jacob's, these things are sent to my lord Esau, and behold, he also is behind us." So he commanded the first and second and third, and all who followed the drove, saying, "In this manner you shall speak to Esau when you find him. And also, behold, your servant Jacob is coming behind us." For he said to himself, "I will appease him with the present that goes before me, and afterward I will see this face, perhaps he will accept me." So the present went on before him, but he himself lodged that night in the encampment. Jacob wrestles God. And he arose that night and took his 2 wives and 2 maidservants and his 11 sons, and crossed over the ford of Jabbok. He took them and crossed over the brook, then over what he had. Then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. And when he saw he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was dislocated as he wrestled him. Then he said, "Let me go, for the day breaks." But he said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." So he said to him, "What is your name?" He said, "Jacob." And he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. For you have prevailed with God and with men." Then Jacob asked, saying, "Tell me your name, I pray." And he said, "Why do you ask me about my name?" And and he blessed him there. So Jacob called the name of that place the form of God. For I saw God face to face, and my soul was saved. When the form of God passed by, the sun rose on him, but he limped on his hip. Therefore, to this day, the children of Israel do not eat the muscles that shrank, which is on the hip socket, because he touched the socket of Jacob's hip in the muscle that shrank. And that is Genesis 30.